Let's have a quick look in this one, see if I can get any closer to this one. I say the echo sounds good, but they don't look very deep. And although they've got water in them, there isn't a flow of water coming out. Yeah, that's about it. I don't think I get any further without getting my feet wet. But I've marked them on the GPS now, so I know where they are for future reference. Right, okay, let's head back on to the main track the way I was going, and then we'll find some more mines at the top of the valley, and we can maybe walk along and look down onto Cwm Copper Mine. Now if I make it back down in time, I might pay a visit to Cwm Copper Mine afterwards, so I'll just see if I've got enough time. Sorry if the wind's bad, but the wind's picked up round here now and I'm walking into it now, so right, I'll bring you back in a bit. See you soon. Just in front of me there you can see like a split in the rock and a gap between the ferns. That's another mine there, but the entrance is blocked, but it's still issuing water out of it. And then the other one I was telling you about, which is a big gash in the land, is just up there, which is where we're heading next. So I shall see you when we get there. Okay, we're at that other location now, so there's a bit of a spoil heap here, and then you can see where the trough went into that gash there. Like I say, sadly though, it's all blocked, you can't go in, but it was marked on the old maps as Adit, but when you go up to the end of that groove there where the heather and the black hole is, there's nothing there. It's just blocked with rubble and stuff. How deep it was, I've no idea. Whether it's worth digging out, no idea. Judging by the spoil heap pile, I wouldn't say it was that big. Oh, there's another spoil heap just in the distance there. Let me put you on ×2. Yeah, just there. And that's another one of the entrances that I was telling you about. And again, that one's flooded. You can't get into anything, and it's flooded to the ceiling. We can just see the aero ropeway towers just down the valley there. And I'm going to carry on. Oh, just notice there's something else there as well. Bit of a man-made wall and a bit of a groove there. Could be something there, but I'm not going to go across because all this land's all marshy and boggy, so it probably won't be anything, because like I say, a lot of these were all just trial levels that didn't go very far. The only two major mines around here were Cwm Bychan itself, which isn't that big, and then Cwm, and Cwm is just over the other side of the hill there, and when we get to the top of here you'll actually see the upper workings of Cwm Copper Mine. See if I can get to this gap and have a look down it. Oh yeah, there we go, we can get to it. Let's see, there you go. Doesn't go further than that. So the map was marked up as wrong as being an adit. It isn't, it's just a cutting, because you could see a solid stone wall at the back. Right, I'm going to turn you off and slog up this last bit, and then I'll bring you back in. See you in a bit. There's a nice view looking down the valley. There we go, just bring the light levels up a bit. You see Cwm Bychan spoil heap down there on the right, the blonding towers in the middle, heading off down through the cutting and down into the valley bottom. And over there in the distance is the Irish Sea, and I think if you can see it on the video, you can see some land on the horizon. I'm pretty certain, well, let me think, where are we here? Yeah, I'm pretty certain that is the Wirral peninsula, heading up north towards Liverpool and up the north coast that way. So I think that's what that is. I think that's the Wirral. I will have to check on my map and make sure. I'll correct it on the video if I'm wrong. Okay, let's carry on up. Still more to go. You get to the very top when there's a gate you have to climb over. It's accessible gate, I'm not damaging it, it's got a proper climbing ladder over it. So I'll bring you back in then. See you shortly. I've just come up over this crest and there's another bit of a spoil heap here, but I can't see where it's come from. Unless it's in that little flat area just there. Well, again, not very big, so I can't see it being of anything major. See the rock's all orange in colour, browny orange. That means it's got a lot of iron in this rock. And in fact, you can see it there. That dark streak. That's iron. Bit of a man-made wall there. Not sure what the purpose of that was. I can't. Ah, here we go. Just spotted it. There. Little cut in there. Looks flooded. Let's see if I can go up the side. See what it is. Could be a little shaft or something. Oh, it looks dry down there now, actually. Yeah, it is dry. Oh, there's an entrance. Flooded tunnel entrance. But it's doable. Water's about 2 foot deep. And it goes in, but judging by the size of the spoil heap, I don't think it goes very far. But that's another one. So I'll just turn you off a second while I mark this on the GPS, and then I'll bring you back in. Right, that's marked on the GPS now. Okay, let's carry on. I came up here about 5-6 years ago with a big group of lads, with the plan on exploring everything up here, and it absolutely pissed it down, and we got soaking wet through, apart from me, because I had a Gore-Tex poncho, so I was nice and dry apart from the pants below my legs, but everybody else was soaking wet through. So after doing come back and finding the stope on the top, we just abandoned it and went back down the valley. Funnily enough, when we got back down to the valley, the weather was okay. It was just up here where it was horrible, because it was in the clouds and just pissed it down. But that's the last time I came up here. So it's been 6 years since I've been up here, 5-6 years, something like that. Ooh. Right, I'm going to shut you back off again. I've got a bit of a rocky bit here. Need to negotiate, concentrate. See you in a bit. I've just come across this here, and it appears that this is the start of the stream that runs down the valley. It's just emerging from the ground just there. Well, there we go. The start of a stream and then a river. Right, there's the top of the valley, where just up there where that fence line is. That's the very top, and up there then are the other mine workings, which are the very top workings of Cwm Copper Mine. Hope I pronounced Cwm right. My Welsh friends will be bollocking me if I haven't. Pred, Gary, Sam. Oh well, see you later. Right, I'm a bit out of breath, but I'm at the top of the valley now, and when you get through this gate, stand by for the view. It is spectacular. There we go. How about that for a view? Absolutely stunning. It's a little bit of an area fenced off here because I believe there's a bit of a gully down there that's vertical, so they don't want people wandering down it, and they want them to go this way along the path. But let's just admire this view from the edge for a while. See a lone person sat on the rocks up there doing the same thing as me, but that is a view and a half. And I'm going to take a break here now, and I'm going to snap some pictures, then we're going to go over there and have a look at the workings over there, and then go into that little bit of a valley over there and have a look at the workings that are in there. So one last look, and I'll see you all in a bit. Right, I've stopped and had some food and drink and snapped some images of this beautiful valley. I'm out of the wind as well now, so sound quality should be a lot better. So we're heading just over there now to go and check out some mine workings over there, and then we'll head into that valley there and check those out, and then from that point I'll be turning around and heading back down. I'll finish the video up here, and then on the way back down I'll snap some pictures and stuff and add those to the end of the video. Right, I'll turn you back off for a few minutes until I get over there. Right, this is an old miner's track, I think this. You know, it's built up at the side, so I think they were using horse and cart on this, I think, to transport any material down the valley. Anyway, I'm just waffling, so see you in a few minutes. Right, we're just coming to some of the workings. You can see the miner's track here, and then some spoil heaps over there. This was all copper they were mining around here in this area. This is the vein, it's a copper vein. I don't think there was any secondary minerals they were mining, such as lead or zinc. I think it was just purely copper. In fact, there you go, a little bit surface on some of the stones. We might even see a little bit of decent copper knocking about in some of the spoils. But what I'm heading to, I think, is a gated shaft, and that gated shaft drops down into the back end of Cwm Copper Mine. I think it's just around here somewhere. So it's been a while since I've been up here. I think when I came up this end before, it was about 7 years ago, and the memory's a bit spotty on where things were. Well, signs of an old building there, a cog or something. A definite spoil heap pile here. So there must have been something around here. There is a plateau there, so I'll have a walk up onto that in a minute. I can't see anything down here. Another little building there. More spoil over there. So there's generally a lot of spoil around here. So I'm thinking whatever there was must be up here. I am seeing bits of weathered malachite on some of the stones about here, which are just the old bits of tailings that have come out of the mine. Nothing there, nothing here. This was definitely a sort of working area. You can see the remains of the stone walls. So in a minute I'll have a walk up onto that plateau there. I'll just have a quick look over here, see if there's anything over here. No, so it's just bare hillside over there. So whatever vein there was is back this way. The view is just absolutely unbelievable from here. The mountain range around here is just stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, up onto that plateau then, see what's up there. Somebody leaving the shit around. But that's a turd under there. Ugh. Yes, here we go. This is the shaft. So this is the top end of Cwm Copper Mine. There you go. That goes down quite a fair way. Woo! Yeah, a deep one that is. I don't know if anybody's ever SRT'd it. I can see lots of shot holes, but I can't see any anchor points on the walls where people have bolted it. Nice. God, I wish I brought my torch. I could have illuminated that all the way down. So this is where all the spoil has come from, this shaft, and it looks like they were tipping it out that way, or straight down there. Oh, they wouldn't have done it there because there was a building there. So I think they were probably. Actually, this could have had a head frame on it, and that might have been a winch house there. Nice view of the lake over there. A bit low, the water. Hello. I'm just gonna get my camera out and snap some shots while I'm up here, so I'll see you in a few minutes.